Hi, it's Paul, and welcome to the Zen Executive Blog. Today I want to talk to you about a very, very important topic that I think is important, and that is keeping a journal. By the way, I am here in my backyard in my home in Las Vegas. Today it's going to be somewhere around 110 degrees, and this morning it's really, really comfortable. It's about 80 degrees, and I'm in the shade, and I'm enjoying some outdoor time before it gets too blistering hot here in the valley, in the desert. But back to this matter of a journal. For years I've kept a journal. Years ago I remember reading a comment about that Donald Trump made, that he keeps all of his ideas, thoughts, and notes in spiral-bound composition notebooks. And at the time I was doing the very same thing. I thought, so wow, that's pretty smart since we're both doing the same thing. And I have actually stacks and stacks of composition spiral notebooks where I keep business notes, thoughts, and creative ideas in. Then later years I went to a journal. Now, probably many of you have journaled for a long, long time. I really haven't journaled all that long. I've only journaled maybe about the last 20 years or so. To write in a journal, I used to think, was a very vulnerable activity. I mean, my God, what if somebody found what you wrote? Well, here's my comment to that. What if somebody found what you wrote? Big deal, right? In fact, I hope that someday, in fact, I know that someday somebody will find what I wrote, because I have actually taken all of my journals and my composition notebooks, and I've put them in my will to my sons, and for them to do whatever they want to do with those. I don't know, maybe they'll do something cool with them, all right? Another thing that happened to me several years ago that was quite interesting was I went to a Mark Victor Hansen workshop. And in that workshop, Mark Victor Hansen, who by the way is a co-creator of Chicken Soup for the Soul, he said, write down your 101 biggest dreams for life, your biggest goals for life. Just jot them down. It'll only take you 15 or 20 minutes. So of course I took 15 or 20 minutes and I wrote down my 101 biggest dreams for life. He then said, put it in an envelope and mail it to his office, and he would review those. So I did. 1 year later, to the day, I received a letter in the mail from Mark Victor Hansen from his office, and it is a photocopy of the list of goals that I had written down 1 year previous. His letter said, how's that working out for you? How are those goals going? Take a look at them and see what you've achieved. And 1 year later, I had already accomplished 38 of those 101 goals. 38. I had no idea that I had achieved so much in a year. And by the way, in that 1 year span, I did not go back frequently and look at that list of 101 goals and say, okay, let me check that off, let me check that off, let me check that off. I was not consciously working on those goals, but at a much deeper, more beneficial subconscious level, I was working on those goals. So that really demonstrated to me the power of writing down your thoughts, your ideas, your creative expressions, your goals, your dreams, your desires, anything that you want to have happen in your life, you write it down. Now, my diaries or my journals are full of all kinds of stuff. They're full of information about people. They're full of information about my business ideas. They're full of information about my thoughts, my desires, my dreams, about who I want to be, about who I need to be in the world to accomplish what I think I want to accomplish, about my relationships with others, about my desires in business, about where I want to be when I'm 65 or 75 or 85. So just random thoughts. And there's really no structure to the way I write in my journal. Today I might write about all the business ideas I have. Tomorrow I might write a bunch of numbers or statistics of something interesting that I heard or researched. And the following day I might write something very, very intimate and vulnerable about the way I feel, or about something that's going on in my psyche or in my soul. So for me, there's really no structure as to what I write in a journal. I just know that if I think it, if I sense it, if I feel it, at some point it's going to go in my journal, and I can look back at it and see what was going on at that particular time. At any place, I can open this book. By the way, this particular journal is about 3/4 full. So that's been written in, and this one hasn't. This side hasn't yet. And I dated when I started this, so it was 9/2/11. So we're about a year and a half deep into this one. So you can see that I don't write in it every single day, and I just capture thoughts. But I can turn to it at any point and I can go, oh, on such and such day, I was thinking about this. Or here's an idea, a 30-second radio ad for XYZ, right? So I can recover thoughts at any time. Here's the point. The point is, if you have a way to capture your thoughts, your ideas, your expressions, your creative ideas, the creative person you are, then there's a much greater likelihood that those things will come to fruition. So it's my recommendation that you get yourself a journal, get yourself a composition notebook, and just start writing stuff down. Just start writing stuff down randomly, and you'll find the power of writing and the power of keeping a journal and the power of dictating to yourself your thoughts, feelings, your vulnerabilities, your expressions, your creativity. That's my desire for you. Thank you for watching. Namaste.